outside of the story of the crucifixion, my friends, and the Passion, this is the only miracle that's listed in all four of the Gospels. Every single Gospel lists this one. Some of the details are a little different, but they all mention this one. I was reading an article this past week where a father was trying to teach their sons a lesson. The 8-year-old son Matthew wanted a piece of the pie that Jeremy had just gotten out of the refrigerator. Jeremy was 6. And he was hoping to get to this boy to share what he received. And he said to Jeremy, Jeremy, what would Jesus do in this situation? And without any hesitation at all, this little boy said, Dad, he would just make more. You know, my friends, though, there's a great line in today's gospel that's so relevant for today. Andrew, the brother of Simon Peter, said to Jesus, there's a boy here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But what good is that? What good is that? You know, that phrase, what good is that, is so relevant, isn't it, my friends? You hear it so often today. But what good is church? Really, what good is that? What good are the commandments? What good are this? What good are that? You hear it so often, don't you? I hear it. I'm sure you do too. What good is that? You know, my friends, I was reading some articles this past week on that very thing. At the very early part of America, the people that came in Johnstown and in Jamestown in 1610 during that very brutal winter, there was 500 people that settled in there initially. And then by the time the winter was over, there was only 60 left. But that was their common cry. What good is this land? What good is this place? Not knowing, once they were taught the beauty around it and all the things that exist here, but that was their common cry. What good is this land? There was a speaker that came from Scotland, and he had spent years in Africa, and he was hoping to recruit some people, so he came into a mission, and he looked out, and all he saw were elderly people. And he said to himself, and he said this exact words when he was thinking, he said, you know, what good am I here? What good am I here? What good is this, me being here? What good is this? And he gave his talk, you know, and this was in the back of his brain. What good is it? He had no idea that there was, next to his mother was a young boy in the choir loft helping his mother with the pipe organ. You know what that boy's name was? David Livingstone. You may not have heard of David Livingstone, but it's been 150 years since David Livingstone's been to Africa, and his name is still being hailed as a hero today, 150 years later, because he heard a message from the choir loft. But the priest said, what good is that? There's nobody here to listen to it. You know, my friends, there's a beautiful saying in today's gospel. There was 12 wicker baskets that were filled. This little boy, one of his disciples said, what good is that? And Jesus filled 12 wicker baskets. You know, my friends, that's what faith in the Eucharist does. It doesn't look like much, but it can do so much in the lives of each one of us. God bless you.